What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? It's your boy, Enlightened Luciferian Prince, coming at y'all once again. Welcome. Thank y'all for attending all these videos lately. I've been a little bit backed up on some stuff because I had a lot of paperwork to do. I just got caught up on some paperwork that I had to do in my personal life, but it's all done. We all caught up. It's all gravy. It's all good. If you just so happen to be watching this video around children, please remove them from your immediate vicinity, as my videos are not for children. Simple as that. Let me also say before I proceed, this does not constitute legal advice, nor does the information constitute anything anti-government, because I can't be anti-self. The sole purpose of this information is for educational and general purposes only. All right? All right. As we come to this quote-unquote January 20th, i.e., inauguration day for the United States Corporation, the new CEO. Well, once again, CEO Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, is back in office. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm an independent. As I say before, I don't really follow politics too tough, but at the same token, I'm not an ostrich. I'm not going to stick my head in the sand, people. The show must go on. We cannot deny that fact, okay? We can't deny that fact. But in light of it all, with the whole situation with Martin Luther King Jr. Day and so forth and so on, it's just a lot going on, y'all. But me, myself, as an independent, I stay in my own lane, stay in my own world. I live in this world, but hey, it is what it is. I'm going to pay attention to it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people was all freaking out over TikTok. As you know, TikTok is back. It's not the same. I can tell you this right now. It has been compromised by Meta, which has, it's between China and United States, it's a 49-51% split that they took on TikTok. So they shit canned the bill, basically, and they basically shut it down, I believe the day before the actual ban, which was the 19th. It went down like around about 10:30ish Eastern Standard Time and stayed down for about 17 hours. So once they ran up and running, For You page ain't the same. The uncut information that we once had, the so-called freedom of speech, is no longer freedom of speech. It's very much compromised, people. Yes, people, it's compromised. TikTok is compromised. So, yeah, you'll see your friends. You'll see your regular people on there and so forth and so on. But for the most part, it's over with, people. It's a wrap. Freedom of speech doesn't exist unless, of course, you exercising your own right. As long as it goes into the digital mainframe, as we call internet, it ain't free. Anywho, on to this notion. Now, I want to touch back on something that I touched on with some people before in regards to like child support and so forth and so on. And I really want to get down to this because I want people to really understand where I'm coming from when I say what I say. And I'm saying this not out of an objective standpoint, but I'm saying it at an informative standpoint. And please understand that I'm not going by my own conjecture, my own opinion. I'm going by what law says. And my fucking light went out. Well, it's plugged into my laptop. I just realized that. But the reality behind it all, people, is this. And I'm going to keep it simple. For all of those who are on child support, again, for general purposes, and I'm going to say this before anybody gets any feelings because I'm saying it from a logical and legal standpoint, not objective. I'm not trying to get anyone out of child support. Any man that is worthy of his weight in salt is going to take care of his child. We don't need to have no arguments over that because it is what it is. It's written in the sand. Now, individuals who aren't responsible, that's a totally different story. That is not something I even want to delve into. This is not a podcast where we talk about relationships and issues. We're just talking about the legal structure behind what the title of this video is called. It's called Child Support Identity Theft, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying child support is identity theft is because no man that I know has logically signed himself up for child support. Okay? many of times. We talking about the 90th percentile. Majority of child support claims are taken to court by the woman. Okay? Let's get that straight. It's taken to court by the woman. But the thing that I want to touch bases on is the fact that the legal standpoint is that Article 4D courts are not lawful courts, people. Those are courts of accounting that has nothing to do with law. It has everything to do with equity. Basically, in and of itself, it's just a banker's court. It's a debtor's court set up by the Social Security Administration. And even though the actual act that passed itself was supposed to be the government financing the actual sustenance for the children, they said, you know what, just like everything else in this country, we're going to make the people responsible. Now, the reason why I say identity theft is because no man has ever given consent to have his personal information compromised by, i.e., the judicial system. No man has given the system the ability to garnish his wages, to take his passport, to have his license suspended, and or have him thrown in jail. Right? Not to mention, again, the reason why I say it's identity theft is because this is also reported on your credit report. Your credit history is jacked up because of this. Not to mention, I even explained it in my last video, it's not even considered a debt because it's never been validated. So why do I tell people about debt validation and the fact that child support is identity theft? Because whoever informed the government on your personal information stole your identity. I don't care if it was a person you used to deal with and so forth. I don't care if you had children with them. Doesn't matter. The legal standpoint is this. You did not consent to give your information. What is identity theft? Let's keep it on the standpoint of law. Identity theft happens when someone takes your name and personal information, like your social security number, and uses it without your permission to do things like open new accounts, use your existing accounts, or obtain other services. Let me read that again for people in the back. What is the simple definition for identity theft? Identity theft happens when someone takes your name and personal information, like your social security number, and uses it without your permission to do things like open new accounts, use your existing account, or obtain other services. Now notice, people, this is without your permission. Period. No man consented. This is the reason why I tell you that most child support, if not all of them, are invalid. It's because you have not stood up in two ways. Number one, you never objected to the proceeding. Number two, you never had a right to a hearing of consent. You see what I'm saying? You must say, first off, I even give you a hypothetical situation before I even go. Let's just say hypothetically, a man and a woman goes before a court. Now you have two types of men. You have one that's going to go with the flow. In most instances, we already know how that turns out. He's going to be on child support forever. Or you have the man who does this. He asks the court, why are we here in the first place? The reason why I asked that question is because what you're stating is, I have no idea why I'm even here. Why are we here? Well, sir, you're on child support for such a... Whoa, I didn't consent. Now, a lot of people say, well, the state going to go forward with it. Whoa, wait. Only if you let them. Because, see, what you should say as a man that got some sense, that understands the definition of identity theft, as I just read, quote, identity theft happens when someone takes your name and personal information, like your social security number, and uses it without your permission. Which means that the judge and whoever put you on child support has just committed a felony. Yes, people, they have just committed a felony. The moment they give your information up to the system to do something without your permission, it's a fucking crime. Now, you could go ahead and be like that guy, the first guy that's going to go with the flow and act like what I say don't matter. You might as well shut this video off because it ain't going to work for you. But you could be like that guy that said, wait a minute, I did not consent to these proceedings. And who the fuck gave my personal information up for y'all to use it anyway? Right? You have to understand that anytime that your wages are being garnished, you have to also understand that everything from that point forward is a tax matter. Now, I'm probably sure if you was to assert yourself in a certain way, you would have to then ask the judge, would you like for me to have the IRS run an audit on you and all this on all this motherfucking cases you got? Because see, the one thing judges will not tell you is that on their taxes, all they do is report their salary. They don't report nothing else. All they do is report their salary, what they make. They don't report anything else that they're accruing throughout the year. They don't put that shit on their tax form. You see what I'm saying? And this is the reason why y'all have to understand it's always about a tax matter. Because if your wages are being garnished, you have to understand wages falls underneath the categorization of revenue, according to the IRS. See what I'm saying? So now it's a tax matter. So now we got some crime going on right here. We ain't gonna talk about no amount of nothing. We're going to talk about how I'm going to go to the office of the Attorney General and file a motherfucking criminal complaint against y'all. That's what we're going to talk about. You see what I'm saying? That's the reality. Because whether you believe it or not, if you're on child support, you didn't consent with written consent, a wet ink signature consent, your identity has been stolen. Simple. And you paying for it because you acquiescing. You just going along with the flow. You thinking that is right. No, it's not. Because again, according to natural law, any man worth his weight in salt is going to take care of his child. Period. 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 You see what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I tell people that you can go to the Attorney General's office, you see what I'm saying, is because it's a criminal. From that point forward. You see what I'm saying? From that point forward. Anyone that uses your information without your permission, you are supposed to report that shit as a crime. And you're supposed to report it to the respective entities. You're supposed to report it to the IRS Criminal Division. You're supposed to report it to the FTC. You're supposed to report it to the CFPB. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to go all the way in. You're supposed to clear your name because that's how you clear your credit up. Hey, I don't know nothing about this. I didn't consent to this. This is the reason why I'm saying this. Irrespective of the overlying principle that society wants to make you think that it's you being a good guy and all that other shit, that shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't matter. I'm going to be one to tell you off the back, it don't matter. Them people are taking your money without your permission. They're taking your money without your permission. That is simple identity theft. And you just learned that in less than 13 minutes. Real talk. I'm just letting y'all know. Now, you can do what you want. But, again, I have had few people contact me about child support. And I'm going to tell you right now, as of the day of this recording, I delete my emails every week. I don't like my emails piling up. So, if I drop a video and you get a response or whatever, I check my emails regularly. If I hit you back and you don't respond back, hey, that's on you. I got a life. I got to keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? I got a life. I got to keep on moving. My time is not limited, but it's valuable. But I'm just letting you know. And I was telling people about the remedy. Basically, y'all are not validating the fact that these debts even really are your debts, because they're not. These things were created, but you just took the brunt of it all. But you didn't even understand that you never consented. Anything that you didn't consent to is invalid on a credit report. Simple as that. You did not consent to that. So all you people that's in arrears and everything, man, y'all better go ahead and get to the motherfucking goddamn, y'all better report to the FTC, man, and get y'all a recoup plan going. But don't take my word for it. I'm just a messenger. I ain't here to stay long on this video, but I just wanted to get that across. Child support, identity theft. It's just the way it is, y'all. It's not going to go away unless, of course, you get active with it. But if you would like the steps to go ahead and get through with it, email me, serious inquiries only. And yes, I'm going to say it again. I do paid consultation, period. My time is valuable, so that way nobody gets it misconstrued. But I got something that'll leave motherfuckers dead in the water. And it's all requisite law. This is not conjecture. It's not my opinion. I just go by what the law say and I read it for what it say, and you nail their ass. But if you ain't ready to nail them, act like I never said anything in this video, and proceed with your day. Other than that, contact me. I'll leave my email in the comment section. It is what it is. Please do feel free to respond either by Gmail or Proton Mail, either which one you feel comfortable with using. I will answer to the best of my ability. Other than that, y'all, stay tuned and stay tuned for, like I said, the next channel. I've been a little bit under the weather about with paperwork and stuff, but I'm caught up. So stay tuned for that video. Other than that, peace, light, love, take action, get proactive. See y'all soon. Ages, man, fuck you. I'm out, y'all. Take care.